Hello, friends. It's Holly, and today we're going to be talking about my June month in review. Are you crooked? I can't tell. I already filmed a post review of this little lady, and then I ended up just not finishing it. I talked about this painting for so long, and then as I was editing it, I was like, this video is such a bore. And also, I got a new computer and I've been having issues with Final Cut, and this video just was not working. So I scrapped it, and we're just going to do a month in review, and I'm going to kind of do a post review for this one in the month review because this girl was chaos, and it's not her fault. It's my fault. Now, every time I look at this painting, I'm just going to think chaos, pure chaos. But it's not her fault. I don't blame you because she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. But anyways, let's get into this. This actually might be a chaotic video also. So just prepare yourselves for that. Aquamarine Fairy by Ivy Dollamore from Diamond Art Club. I just want to say that this was my first Ivy Dollamore. When I started getting into diamond painting, which was December of 2025, I quickly learned that there were really, really big popular artists on Diamond Art Club that sell out very quickly, and Ivy Dollamore is one of those. I looked at Ivy Dollamore's art, and honestly, this was the main one that struck me. She's absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed with teal and aquamarine, blues, anything in that range, so the color of this is just gorgeous. So yeah, I knew that I really, really wanted this one. I got her on a D-stash. This was my very first D-stash purchase. I will link the video up in the corner if you want to watch me open it. I almost cried opening it because she's just gorgeous. So I did this for the Ivy Dollamore event, which was in June. This was my second event that I've participated in. I did the Mini DP Madness event in March, and I really liked it. I think that doing events stresses me out. And it's not because the event itself is stressing me out, because I don't think that you were required to finish, but I myself put it on myself that I needed to finish. And I was gonna finish this in a month. Like, I don't know why I was so stressed about it. But I basically turned this gorgeous painting into something that was really stressful and chaotic, and I didn't need to. So this is a story of lessons learned, of me regretting my choices. I humbly take responsibility for my poor planning and choices that I made during this diamond painting. First, I'm going to read you the stats. I'm going to read you what I wrote in my notebook, and then I'm going to try not to be too chaotic as I talk about it, because I don't want to talk about this for like an hour, but there's just a lot to say about what happened with her. Okay, so Aquamarine Fairy, Ivy Dollamore, Diamond Art Club, 76 colors, round drills, 22 inch by 31 inch, my favorite size. This is exactly the right size for me for diamond painting. That is 55.6 centimeters by 78.7 centimeters. Okay, so I wrote in my journal, I also started this on June 3rd of 2026, finished it on June 18th of 2026. So that's 15 days that it took for me to do this. Okay, in my notebook, I wrote, did this for the Ivy Dollamore event. First time buying drills from DP with sparklers. I didn't use them on the whole canvas, mainly the wings. I messed up on her left shoulder with the gold. Canvas had terrible glue. Drills falling off and not staying. Enjoyment, 7 out of 10. I did this one chaotically and sealed it as soon as possible. And then at the bottom I wrote, specials are stressful, sad face. So that's kind of the summary. So that's a summary of what happened. The glue on this kit was the worst glue I have ever experienced on a diamond painting. Now, I don't know if that's because this I got on D-Stash. I don't know how they stored it. I kind of am feeling that it's Diamond Art Club's fault because I started another Diamond Art Club painting after this, and that glue is also terrible. So I don't know what's going on with Diamond Art Club. It makes me frustrated because everyone talks about how great a quality Diamond Art Club is. And while Diamond Art Club does have very good quality of canvas and their drills are pretty good. The renderings are gorgeous. I have had many issues with Diamond Art Club, and I don't know if it's just me. I've done maybe 5 or 6 Diamond Art Clubs, and the drill field for me on squares is way too tight. I've had popping drills on squares, and then the round kits, I feel like the drill field is too loose. And this is the first time that I really struggled with glue though. And I don't know why, I don't know what's going on, but the glue was so bad. Now, mind you, I take responsibility for like 5% of that because I'm notorious for getting my sweaters stuck in glue. And there were a couple times where I had to add my own adhesive because I had literally made the glue non-usable because my sweater fluff was in it or something. So I take responsibility for a very small portion, but the glue on this kit was so bad that I was so scared when I finished it that drills were gonna pop off. I usually don't, even when a kit doesn't have super strong glue, I usually don't worry that once I've stuck the drills down that they're gonna come off. But this one, I was so scared they were gonna come off because I would just rub my hand on it and a drill would come off, and I'm like, what the hell? So I had to seal this painting within minutes of me finishing it. And even as I was like outside getting ready to seal it, drills were still coming off. They were just popping off. And I am not that bad at placing drills. And I did use a roller. I used a roller. I rolled really hard to get it to stick, but these drills were just not sticking. So I blame Diamond Art Club on that. Glue was awful. And I'm really sad that I had to seal it because it kind of made it a little less shiny. And that makes me really sad. But literally, I wasn't going to just have all the drills fall off. And you might be like, Holly, why'd you seal it? Because that ruins the warranty. I would rather seal it and the drills not fall off than 20 of them pop off and then I have to contact Diamond Art Club. Like, what does the lifetime warranty even do? Do they send you a whole new kit? And if so, I don't want to do this kit again, first of all. Maybe I don't know how the lifetime warranty works, so maybe I'm just talking out of my butt. But I don't want to do this kit again. And if they were just going to send me extra drills, like, I don't want to have to keep dealing with it. I would rather just seal it, void the warranty, and now it's just sealed and it's done and whatever. So maybe I need to look up what the warranty says, but I know a lot of people are like, don't seal it, it voids it. Like, I don't care. I would rather the drills not fall off. So I'm mostly happy with how she turned out. Like, I'm not upset about it. I think the final result is gorgeous. It's gorgeous artwork. It's still sparkly, just not as sparkly as if I hadn't sealed it. I usually don't seal a painting unless I'm just really worried that drills are going to come off. So anyways, glue, bad. Let's talk about drills and specials. So if there's one thing you need to know about me, it's that I can be super impulsive, especially with crafts that I do and stuff that I like buy and like whatnot. And I'm not impulsive to the point of like, I'm not going to spend money I don't have, or like, I don't know, I'm not going to do something super crazy. But I decided after I had started this painting, I had kitted it up and I was ready to go. I decided to buy specials. Didn't own them in my hand when I started doing this diamond painting. So that was chaotic because normally when I do a diamond painting, especially a Diamond Art Club diamond painting, but pretty much any diamond painting that I do a square at a time. If it's Diamond Art Club, then I'll do the perforated, area. I'll do a couple of those at a time. And if it doesn't have perforation, then I'll use washi tape and I'll make a square and then I'll cut the square out and then I'll do the square. And usually that's how I do it, all my kits. And you'll see that with my whips coming up here in a minute. But with this kit, because the specials were woven in through everywhere, I did it a lot more chaotically. So basically I started doing this kit and just not doing the colors that were going to be special. So there was a lot of empty spots. So then when I would move on to the next spot, there still needed to be a cover on the other spots because there was exposed areas. Like, it wasn't like a nice, neatly done square that I could then remove the plastic. I had to still have the plastic because there was still exposed canvas. So basically, the whole canvas just needed to be covered at all times. And that was really, really annoying. That was my fault. But yeah, so that was chaotic. I had never bought from DP with sparklers before. This was my first time. And this is just my own personal preference, but I don't really like DP with Sparkler's website. I don't think it's a well designed website. And for whatever reason, I found it really, really hard to navigate and figure out what I needed. When I went onto the page specifically for this kit, they had a link to the drills that you needed, but I was just really confused by how they named things. And maybe I am just not advanced enough, but I just really, really struggled to get everything that I needed. And also, I don't know, and I still don't know, so maybe someone can tell me. You get this sheet. You get this sheet that tells you what number needs to be replaced with what of their drill. But are they saying to replace every single one of those drills, or are you still needing to go in and decide where it goes? Because I kind of went with the assumption that everywhere that drill is used, it needs to be replaced. And maybe that was just I think that was just my misunderstanding and my mistake that I have now learned. Because one of these colors, I think it was like metallic denim or something like that, one of these specials was supposed to go into her dress, and it was going to be like most of her skirt. And I was like, whoa, like, I don't know that I want her entire skirt to be specials. You know, for me, a special is supposed to be special. It's not supposed to be the whole canvas, unless you're buying a kit that's the whole point, is that the whole thing is specials. But for me, I don't want to do huge swaths of specials, especially on something that doesn't really make sense. And to me, it doesn't really make sense that her skirt would be really sparkly, I guess. Maybe other people want it to be just sparkle the whole thing. But I mostly just wanted her wings to be the focal point. I wanted her wings to be sparkle, sparkle. I wanted the gold to be sparkly in the jewelry. But I didn't need her whole dress to be sparkly, because to me, that doesn't really seem like it would be the case. Like, at least for me. This is all just me and having my own personal preferences. So what happened is that I started doing the kit. There were huge portions of her skirt that I wasn't doing. I got the drills in, and then I was like, wait, I don't want to use all these drills on her skirt. And I realized this after I already bought all the drills. So literally, I have this massive bag of drills that I didn't use, because you were supposed to use them for the entire thing, and I only used them in her wings. So that was my fault. That was entirely my fault. That was on me being impulsive and not really knowing what I was doing, but this was a huge learning experience, so it was worth it. Yeah, so I went through and I bought the ones that I could. Some of them were out of stock, so I just used my own thing. One thing that I didn't understand is that she has two different color golds on her. And on DP with Sparklers, they were saying to use the same color for both of those. But one is lighter and one is darker. So I was like, why would I do that? You can see on her choker, there's a lighter gold, and then there's a darker gold. So what I ended up doing, because they were out of stock on DP with Sparklers, is I bought my own drills from Diamond Drills USA, which I love their website. I think that one is very easy to navigate and very quick shipping. I think I ordered the ones from Diamond Drills USA after the ones with DP with Sparklers, and I got them first. So we love Diamond Drills USA. But yeah, so I was confused why they would do two colors the same drill when I wanted that contrast. So I used what DP with Sparklers suggested for the wings, and then I wanted to add even more. So I added my own personal drills to the wings as well. And I just don't know if I'm fully happy with it. And a part of me just kind of wishes I had just done this kit as charted. A part of me, it just regrets even trying to go crazy with specials. I don't want to say I feel like I ruined it, but I just have this feeling like I should have just done it as it came. I did keep all the specials as charted. So the top right where there's all those ABs was as charted. There were some charted in her hair. But this kit was just kind of complicated too, because There's a lot of like amorphous shapes in this one. So for example, her sleeve comes like here, and then there's like this like line that comes out her sleeve. And I had a hard time deciding what was part of her sleeve and what was part of the wing. So I accidentally used some specials on her sleeve when I didn't mean to. So I didn't even notice that I had done some of these things until after I had sealed it. So then I had to scrape all the drills off after I sealed it. It was a nightmare. I don't know if I said it already, but I rushed through this kit. I went so fast, way too fast. I should have slowed down. I should have paid more attention. I was just so concerned about finishing it in June, which I don't know why I was so pressed about it. But I rushed so hard during this painting that when I sealed it, I noticed all these mistakes, and then I had to go back and fix them, and it was just annoying. So that was completely on me. I have learned my lesson. I'm going to slow down, take my time, really enjoy it, and also make sure I'm not making glaring mistakes, because there was definitely specials in here. She has this gold outline on her, like the cups of her dress, and I accidentally put the specials, the golds, in her shoulder. So like her shoulder was all sparkly, and I was like, no, I don't want her shoulder to be sparkly. I want it to just be her, like the gold lining of her dress. So then I had to remove all those. I think there was also some specials in her hair accidentally, so I had to fix that. So I just made a mess of it, really. I am very happy with how it came out. I think that she is really pretty. Some of the specials, I'm like, whatever. The ones from DP with Sparkler, some of them are really pretty, and then some of them I'm like, they're not really that sparkly. I don't know. I think I'm gonna take a break from DP with Sparklers personally, because like I said in my journal, specials are stressful, and sometimes it's nice to just do a kit and not have to worry about where the specials are gonna go. So I'm definitely gonna take a break from DP with Sparklers and trying to customize too hard. I did this with Chroma too. Last month, or not last month, but the month before, June, in May, I did Chroma and I tried to do all this special stuff for her crown. And then what did I do? I scraped all of it off and had to redo it because it looked terrible, because I was trying to go rogue with the specials. So we're taking a break from specials, but overall, I've rambled way too much. Overall, I think she's beautiful. My favorite is her face. I think her face is gorgeous and beautifully rendered. I love how they did her eyes and lashes. It just looks so lovely. She's peaceful, she's serene, and I love her. I just wish that I had done many things differently. But you know what? That's fine, because we live and we learn. So that was Aquamarine Fairy by Ivy Dolomar. Okay, next is this little cutie. This one is called Mini Bouquet, and it's 13 by 17 inches, or 33 by 42.7 centimeters. Licensed by Disney, Diamond Art Club. I got this one at Walmart, actually. Whenever there's kits at Walmart, it's really hard for me to not buy them because they're there in their Diamond Art Club. And there's something about seeing Diamond Art Club physically in a store that's really hard to resist, because it's like there physically and you can just grab it. So did I need this one? No, but she's very cute, so I'm glad I got her. The main reason why I started this kit is because I had bought a 25 placer and I wanted to test it. And this kit has huge swaths of color blocking. So I thought that it would be a great kit to use for that. That's why this kit is done very, very poorly, because in the beginning when I was trying out the 25 placer, my placement was not very good and I was still learning how to use it. So this one is very not done well, but it was a really great practice for me in the 25 placer. Now, I tried to film a whip and chat while I was doing the 25 placer, but I ended up scrapping that video because I wasn't talking because I was concentrating so hard. So I kind of scrapped that video because I was like, wow, I'm not really good at the chat part of the whip and chat. But yes, I did use the 25 placer. It was really fun. I do really enjoy using the 25 placer. I'm actually using it right now on another kit that I'm working on, and it just makes things go by so fast, and it's so satisfying when you can get all 25 pretty well like placed. It really depends on the drill field. I will say that Diamond Art Club's round field, I personally find the round feel to be a little loose, because when I do the 25 placer, about half of them start to be like the first half of the 25 look great and aligned, but then the last half are off a little bit. So I have to go back in and adjust. And I think that that's a drill field problem. I will also say that I've seen people say that they're really bad at multi-placing. I will say that it depends on the kit. So if you're someone who's like, I can't multi-place, it never looks right, I would make sure that you've tried multiple companies and different drill fields, because I did a kit from Feel Look Art and that round drill field was so good that I could multi-place like up. I think I usually multi-place around 12 at a time, and depending on the drill field, like you don't have to adjust at all on a good kit. And I feel like people who think they're bad at multi-placing, it might just be the drill field. So I'm just saying, if you think you're bad, just try a different kit from a different company, because Diamond Art Club's rounds are not great for multi-placing more than like even, I think 10 is okay, but like any more than 10, I had to adjust. So unless you like really like, you have to like stretch it out, and then even then you still have to adjust. I wrote 9 out of 10 for my experience. Very cute, perfect way to practice my 25 placers. Very quick and easy. It was only 13 colors. I do have a couple things that I noticed about this kit. First of all is that on her bow, all of the dots on her bow are a special except for these two. Like just these two dots are not a special, and I honestly have no idea why. Like why would you only choose 2 dots to not be a special? Like that seemed a little weird to me. Actually, I think that might be the only thing I found. The rest of it is fine. I mean, some of these, like this flower is kind of hard to see. I think it would have been cuter if all the flowers were outlined in black, because I really like outlining in black like this. So I kind of wish they had done that with the flowers, just to make them stand out a little bit more. But I mean, this was just a little cute, easy kit to do. And then of course my drill placement is not very good, but that's fine because I kind of don't really care that much. I'm not going to hang this in my house or anything. It was just kind of like a fun little thing to do. I forgot to say, I started this on May 18th of 2026, and I finished it on June 25th of 2026. Okay, now we're going to get into my whippies. So after I finished Aquamarine Fairy, I told myself I was going to take a break from Diamond Art Club because I was just tired of having issues with them. And I have a lot of new companies that I want to try. So I have this kit. This is called Florindel by Meles Diamond Painting. I don't know if it's pronounced Meles or Mills. I've heard most people say Mills. But I have a personal friend whose last name is spelled the exact same way, and they say Meles. So I don't know what is correct. So someone please correct me. But anyways, I really wanted to start this kit. This is my first kit from them. And I started it. I did a square. And then I immediately said, this one's going to be the bane of my existence. It is so much confetti. And I don't think I really fully realized it. And maybe it was just the one little corner that I did. But oh my God, it was a lot of confetti. This is the section that I did. And when I tell you that this took forever because there were so many colors in it. And I know it doesn't really look like a lot of confetti probably. Like I'm looking at it now and I'm like, oh, it doesn't look that bad. But it felt really bad to me at the time. It felt like at least 30 colors or something. Like this was so many colors in just a small little area. This one has... I don't remember how many colors this one has. It doesn't, so this kit doesn't have the like colors on the side, so I can't tell you how many colors there are. I've already had some issues with this one, which makes me really sad because I really wanted to like Meles, and maybe it's because I didn't buy the highest. I think they have like different levels that you can buy, and maybe I didn't buy the highest level one, but I just had some issues. So let me read what I wrote. Also, I started this on June 25th. Okay, so I said static while kitting, which, I mean, everyone has static, but this was like a lot of static. I said the quality of the canvas is not very nice. It feels very stiff. Again, I don't know if I just bought the cheapest one, but it just is, it's a really stiff canvas. Now, that's not necessarily bad. One of my very, very favorite kits that I've ever done is from DIY Men's Delights. And that one was also kind of stiff, but I loved the kit so much that I didn't care. Because ultimately, I'm just going to hang these or put them in a frame. So it's like, I'm not going to be feeling this all the time. But it is just, it doesn't feel super great. I didn't bring the drills down with me to make this video, but I'm already having some issues with the symbols because they have a number 6 and a number 9, and both of them are a very similar green. So that is horrible because I was working on this upside down and it looked like a 9 because it was upside down. But I think I had started to grab the 9 or the 6 or one of them, and then I realized that both of them were like almost the same color. I was like, why would you do that to me? I have a feeling that I'm not gonna like super duper love this one, but we'll see. Maybe the confetti will get better. I kind of have a feeling that that square is gonna be really confetti heavy, and I'm just not really looking forward to it. So after I did that square, I decided to start another Diamond Art Club after I said I was gonna take a break from Diamond Art Club. But that one I didn't technically start until July, so I will talk about that later in my July month in review. But yeah, I had only done one square because I was like, wow, that's a lot of confetti. Okay, my last whip is my very large long-term whip that's probably going to take me like a year to finish because I only do like a square a month or something. This is Tea Party by Mariva Chekareva. I've talked about that. I feel like I've talked about this kit so much on my channel. So if you watch me regularly, I'm so sorry. But I had bought this kit in rounds and I didn't like it. So I bought it in squares. I started this one in April 19th. So it's been a couple months already. I have a feeling I'm not going to finish this for a long time. But I'm really, really liking it. I love the colors. They're very bright. And this one has a lot more specials in it than the round did, and I'm just really loving the vibrant colors of it. And I actually really like the drill field on this one, and the glue, and everything is great. So no complaints on this one. I just need to work on it more. I'm deciding if I want to work on it as my main whip one of these months, but for now I'm fine just having it kind of in the background because I just have other kits that I want to do. But this one's just kind of like a whip that I work on. Usually I work on a square after I finished like my main kit for a month. So after I finished Aquamarine Fairy, I did a square. But yeah, I'm just really, really liking it so far. So that is my very, very long month in review. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still here, I love you so much. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.